I asked my son last night if he thought I was pretty. Because I remember when I was a little girl, I used to look at my mum just absolutely in awe. I thought she was the most beautiful thing ever. So I said, "Hey, Sonny, do you think I'm pretty?" Yeah, Joe, this is what he says to me. This is what he does. "No offense, but you're like average." And I say to him, "Okay, but do you think I'm pretty? Like, am I just like not super pretty? I'm just average." And he goes, "No, like if pretty was here and ugly was here, you just like here." And then I said, "Oh, here's the kicker. What about Dad's girlfriend? Yeah, she's so pretty. She's beautiful." "Ah, okay. And why is she pretty and I'm not pretty?" And do you know what this little asshole said to me? He said to me, "That's because she's in her 20s and you're in your 30s and you're old and ugly."
When you look at a lot of female friendships, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, there's a disloyalty. There is they don't trust each other. Women, a lot of times, and we show videos where they admit it, they don't trust each other. Now, why is this? Well, a lot of times they don't trust each other with men because women's attention-seeking chip is so strong, and this "I need validation from any man" is so strong that I have seen many instances where women will like getting the idea of getting attention from their friend's boyfriend. There's no sense of loyalty to that friend, or that sense of loyalty will become second tier to that attention seeking from men. Men are tired of getting rejected for the dumbest reasons, right? Right? You meet a girl and you go out, everything's going great. You got a job, right? You're a nice guy, just objectively a good human, right? You got a pretty good car, you live in your own apartment, no roommates, right? And you happen to show up on the date wearing brown shoes. And she's, everything's great, but she can't date a guy who wears like brown shoes, right? I mean, this is happening, right? There are guys that are checking box after box after box and getting rejected for the stupidest, dumbest things. And they're so tired of the game.
My hot take is that men shouldn't be allowed to sit because it's truly an epidemic that every time I go on the transit, full train, majority of the people sitting are men. Like, as long as there's a gender pay gap, women should not be standing on public transit.
So you see video after video after video now of women complaining that men aren't being gentlemen. And I'm going to make video after video after video where I remind them that they're not being gentlemen because you told them not to be a gentleman because you found it offensive at the time. And now all of a sudden you want them to be a gentleman again because you snapped your fingers like this. And they are not a dog. It's not Pavlov's dog, honey.
So this was interesting. Check it out.
I saw a guy talking about how he's paying close attention to this work because he's wondering if people are going to start getting drafted and men have to be worried about that, and women in the comments, like feminists are like, God forbid men have to do their duty. Now it's not toxic masculinity. When it comes to on a battlefield, we're all good with that. But any other time, it's this toxic masculinity. Like, now it's God has a design. We are all created differently. Women can't do what men can do. Yeah, I guess when it's going to cost you your life, your ideologies change real quick.
You really got to be out of your rabbit mind to think that a woman like me, beautiful, 33 years old, nice body, pretty, no children, gets a lot of attention, that I would ever have to settle for a man just to say I have one. Anytime I go out of my house to the gym, go get a coffee, go to the gas station, you better believe I'm coming back home with more than 3 numbers. It happens everywhere I go. And those men want to take me out. They want to show me a good time. They want to give me princess treatment. They want to give me what they know I deserve.
How are you bragging about getting nonstop attention from top tier men, which is the way you described them, but you still ain't got a man?
Never date this type of man.
Oh, goody. More dating advice from another subject matter expert.
If he was ugly when he was young and now he's hot,
What? So if a guy looks better now than he did when he was young, he's not dateable? Okay, what is the reason for that?
Validation from others will always be his top reward, and he will always chase that.
I said this was coming from a subject matter expert, didn't I? And that would seem to be the case, because this sounds like a case of projection. Because not everybody looks for the validation of others, but a lot of people who do actually assume that other people do as well.
Whatever you like in your childhood, you're going to look for in your adulthood.
That's an interesting statement, but some individuals actually do this thing called growing up and maturing and learning that the things that are important as a child are not necessarily important as an adult. But what does that say about all those women who've had those glow-ups? I guess a lot of men shouldn't be dating them by this logic either. Recently, I asked for women, specifically those who say that they despise all men, to explain what the reasoning was behind their hatred. I mainly received 2 responses from that. The first being is that some of those women possibly experienced some type of abuse or trauma from a man or multiple men in their past. But when I pointed out that a person's past traumas are not excuses for current bad behaviors, that did not go over very well. And then there was the second response, was that men commit the majority of crime in this world, and therefore they cannot be trusted. But when I asked, does that excuse stereotyping of certain ethnic groups or religious groups as well? And all there was silence. So I really didn't get a reasonable or rational response to why they hate men. Because remember, there is no reasonable or rational response to hatred, because hatred itself is irrational.
Have you ever dated a baddie before? Like, is that your type? Is like a baddie?
Have I dated or is it my type?
I just don't want to be your first baddie. So do you have experience? Why she not a baddie?
Why do women like you get your bills paid and there's some women that work hard and can't find a man?
Like she a baddie, she's a baddie.
I feel like I'm a billionaire. Does that make me a billionaire?
One day you may be.
Okay, but I'm not a billionaire right now. The bank account don't read that, right? So if ain't nobody ever told her she a baddie, how she a baddie?
Somebody may have.
Who?
What's wrong with
Ray
her?
Charles.
She's pretty.
Stevie Wonder. Who ever told her that? When if anybody ever came and said, ooh, you're a baddie? Did Natalie Nunn put her on baddies? Huh? No, needs nothing. Why do you get your bills paid and she don't get her bills paid?
What makes her not a baddie? Please tell me.
Do baddies have double chins?
Wow.
Case closed. At this point, I'm starting to think some of y'all just like to be broke. At this point, I'm thinking that y'all love to go to this job that you hate. $20,000 monthly. My content course is only $20 to teach you exactly what I did to make this. $20, $20,000 a month. $20, $20,000 a month. It's not rocket science. Everybody has that. Kids have $20. DM, # content, or just comment content below. Right here. Just comment content on this video, and I'm going to send you the exact course. Now, if you want more personalized information, we can get on the line directly. But the course is just $20 to make $20,000. Quit that job, click this link, and let's get rich. The ugly money.
You know, the young man that, called his mom average, she wants to be offended, but she's wearing makeup. Well, first of all, number one, you're competing with somebody who's in their 20s, right? So most men, statistically speaking, find women who, I think the peak age or something like that is like 22, where like you're at your peak beauty or something like that. Just a statistic according to men. Doesn't mean it's right. It's just a statistic. This is what men prefer. That's what we're talking about. According to men, this is the age. You're 8+ years past that. Number one. Number two, you're wearing makeup in this video. So when you take that makeup off, it would probably stand to reason that you don't look like you look. And that's probably what he's commenting on. When you look like this, I've seen her. She might be wearing makeup, but apples to apples, she probably looks better than you do, to be honest.
We need to go back to when we didn't care about men's emotions, for real.
Well, at least they were brave enough to show their face, for what that's worth. But unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal world. Because in an ideal world, everyone would care about everyone else, to include their overall well-being as well as their mental health, regardless of their gender orientation, so on and so forth. Yet sadly, we live in this reality, which is full of very selfish individuals who lack a basic knowledge and basic understanding of what mental health actually means to a great many people. And they also have failed to take into consideration what actually happens when men suffer from poor mental health in some cases. But that would involve actually thinking things through.
Men's mental health. All of that.
How about no? A lot of us aren't in the habit agreeing with the most ignorant of individuals that would actually make such a statement, let alone agree with it.
I feel like I'm sharing the secrets of women that women don't want to tell, but I'm going to share it. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I think something that women would never want a man to know is truly how much she desires boundaries. She wants to hear no. She wants to see a man who has so much self-control. A man who has self-control and discipline over his flesh is so attractive. And a man who's like, baby, I love you. We're not doing that today, okay? I love you. If he's doing it from the heart posture and reverence of not controlling his woman, that's the difference. A woman can sense heart posture a mile away, and so can men. Men can sense when a woman is being controlling versus nurturing.
A guy can't tell you to cover up.
Because women, they don't dress like that for men. That's the answer. Okay, really, go put fucking 100 women out on an island with no men around. Do you know how they're gonna fucking dress? In sweats, fucking no makeup, hair in a ponytail. There's no fucking bikinis and beautiful dresses and all that. That's a complete and utter lie. And then you say, there's no good men out here. We've been fucking telling you. But if you're looking for marriage and love and honor and respect and loyalty, what do you think a man is gonna think? Here's the crazy part, is what I'm saying is wrong, but it's how men think.
What kind of career do those women have when they come to you?
I mean, I don't really care about it.
Why not?
Because generally speaking, men don't care about a woman's career. We just don't.
But you said you should bring more to the table, so why not a career?
Let's say me and you were on a date, right? And I told you,
no.
hypothetically, bear with me here, I know you hate me and everything. We're on a date and I tell you, hey, look, I have like this awesome Jordan collection. I got these designer wallets. I got like this walk-in closet. It's awesome. What's your thoughts with that?
You buy a lot of expensive things, yes.
Okay, so what else comes to mind when I'm talking about my obsession for fashion?
You like fashion. You like to dress up, essentially.
Okay, what's your opinion on that? Would it be fair to say that you'd be indifferent to me saying that?
Yes, because
okay, hold on.
What's the point?
Pause that. Thank you. That's exactly how we feel about women's careers.
What? What do you mean? What
No, hold on, no. I really want you to take that in.
Huh?
That same level of indifference, right, that you have,
Uh-huh.
for me having an awesome wardrobe or sneakers or whatever, you're indifferent to it. That's exactly how men feel about women's careers, because my wardrobe doesn't benefit you, right? It doesn't benefit you.
No.
Same thing. A woman's career doesn't benefit us. It doesn't benefit us because we're still going to be expected to be a protector and a provider.
And don't beat me up over this, but we as women would benefit more if we listened more and talked less. Not necessarily because men know everything or whatever, but because they think differently than we do. They look at things differently than we do. So if we could be quiet long enough to actually listen to them, we would be able to realize that there's something to learn from the way that they view things. Just being honest. I mean, being understood is important, 100%. But so is being teachable. Pay attention. Sometimes you just have to shut the up. Because whether we like it or not, they do be knowing. They do be knowing. They be right a little bit. You gotta give credit where credit is due. Sometimes we're a little slow. And that's why we're supposed to compliment each other. Sit back, listen, ask questions, but be teachable. Thank you.
Do you think Beyonce's more attractive than you?
Yeah.
Well, how can you be a 10 then?
Because I'm not Beyonce, I'm Andrea. And Andrea's a 10.
But just looks. But okay, if you can at least admit that there's a woman who's more attractive than you, then how do you come to the conclusion that you're a 10 out of 10?
Because beauty
10 is
comes
perfection.
in different looks. All different shapes and sizes and colors, Brian.
But you just said that Beyonce's, despite the fact that she's a different race than you just said that she's more attractive than you despite her race.
It's Beyonce.
Don't you think it's a little delusional, to say I'm a 10?
I'm very confident.
Wouldn't the confident thing be to say, I'm a 7 and I own it?
If I believe that I was a 7, then yes.
But so you believe in your heart of hearts that you are a 10 out of 10
Yes.
in terms of your physical appearance.
Yep.
The double standard for women is getting absolutely out of hand and disgusting. I just saw a post that was like, how to keep your man humble. And it listed out a bunch of things like give him one-word answers when he texts you, give your dog more attention than you give him, casually compare him to other men. And I understand there's going to be a small level of manipulation in every relationship, which is fine. But then a man responded in the comments and said, I'm going to do this to my girlfriend. Mind you, the original post had like 50,000 likes. And then the women went ballistic on this guy saying, you're so hateful. How could you ever do this to a woman? What makes you think this way? Ladies, look at the post that you originally liked. And this is the problem. If you can't play the game that you're not willing to lose, don't start.
By the way, guys, if she says, oh, I'm doing it for me, usually that's horseshit, right? I'm doing the long hair extensions for me. Really, honey, then why do you look like a bag lady around the house? And then when you get dolled up to go outside to walk down the street, you look like you're going to work, if you know what I mean, on the streets. What's going on here? Women do these things to attract men or because they're competitive with other women, which is also usually to attract male attention. So if she's trying to attract male attention that's not from you, get out. Okay, you got yourself the red flag girl.
My earring. Thank you.
Interesting how the definition of violation seems to fluctuate depending on who's involved. Do you guys remember the DoorDash girl who pushed open the customer's door, recorded him while he was laying on his couch sleeping half naked, posted it on the internet, and then claimed that she was SA'd? I mean, how could you forget? The amount of women that were agreeing with her, saying that men were predators and they were disgusting and, the whole 9 yards. Where are those women right now? Why aren't they calling women predators and disgusting? Why isn't this video viral yet? I got so many questions. I am yet to see these women speak out and talk about how terrible this is. So women are allowed to commit the same crimes, but not face the same consequences. Gotcha.
Pay attention to this video. I don't think women are built to deal with men's emotions.
But I handle yours.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? What do you mean?
I'm not saying you don't listen. That's not what I'm saying. A man is very afraid to share all of his emotions with his wife because there is a cost to it.
How so? What
If
cost?
I tell you that I'm scared or I'm nervous or something in the business has me shook, in the moment you might be like, hey, that's okay. But deep down inside, there's a part of you that starts to feel unsafe. And that shows up in different ways. It'll start to show up in the lack of connection. It'll start to show up in going to old patterns because you're trying to protect yourself. Sometimes I'm afraid to tell you if there's financial issues or the business isn't running the way it could be, because if I create scarcity or fear in you, then I also have to clear that up. It creates more work for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I would rather not say anything at all. And this is why so many men just choose not to talk.
I like the thing that Lady J was saying. You have to be able to look outside of yourself. Oh, well, men's mental health is not that important. We're talking about men's mental health again, yada, yada, yada. We know you don't care. We know you as a modern women don't care. Modern women really don't care about their children. They don't care about their parents. They don't care about nobody. Modern women care about people to the extent to which their network is up and running, right? Say, for instance, some people are like, oh yeah, like say for instance, if the internet goes down, then people are mad at the power company and, oh yeah, man, we love people on the line, man, we, get out there and, do the best you can. But a lot of people don't really care about the linemen. They don't really care that the linemen are putting themselves in danger. Like, this is a freaking dangerous job. They don't care about that. I care about you to the extent that you're going to fix my internet. You're going to fix the power. You're just going to supply my internet. You know, basically, I care about you because you're doing things for me. That's how a lot of modern women are about a lot of things, a lot of relationships. I only care about me. I only care about what's going on in my life and how it affects my life. I don't have any true, genuine connections. So when we talk about men's mental health and modern women talk about, I don't care about that. They don't care about anybody's mental health. Nobody except theirs.
Oh man, here come all the bipolar, emotionally unstable women coming in my comments because of my previous post. I said what I said. Women are some of the biggest hypocrites. For example, there was a guy not too long ago on social media. He got custody of his 3 kids, right? And he posted a video online of him asking his baby mama for help. And she was like, no, you took me to court, you got them, so you handle them. All the women in the comments was like, that's right, girl, F them kids, live your life. Not one of them was calling her a deadbeat. Not one of them was calling her names. They was telling her to go live her life. See, y'all are the ones that God had to unalive in that flood back in the day. Y'all are not conducive to the progression of this society. Y'all was reprobate back then, and y'all are still reprobate today. The difference is, he gonna use fire instead of flood this time.
I got asked to go on a date the other day. He wanted to get coffee and then go on a walk. Mind you, the only pictures I have of me outside on my Instagram are me at a beach outside the country. Stop asking me stupid questions. Asking me stupid.
To all the men out there, do me a favor and stay far, far away from all women like this. They are not looking for a future with you. They are looking for a distraction to get their mind off of their unresolved trauma. Even listening to her video made me feel terrible. I couldn't even imagine dating a person who is unstable like this. It is the fastest way to ruin your dating life and your mental health. You should be aiming for going out with someone who wants to have a connection with you, who wants to go on a simple date and get to know you and quite possibly have a future. So if you ever find yourself in a predicament where a girl is making fun of you for wanting to get coffee and go on a walk, do not take it to heart. The right woman will want to do something simple like that. It's just mentally unstable girls that have to fill the void in their heart with drinking, clubs, and hooking up with random strangers, so don't take it personal.
I'm not even gonna lie, I am very easy.
Videos like this always make me happy because not only does it reassure some of the things that I say, it gives us insight on things that we should know if we don't already know. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm easy for that man that I want. So if you're not the man that I want and you all in my face and I'm just giving you a hard time and you think, oh, she's just playing hard to get. No, I'm not. I just don't like you because I'm very easy. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. If I like you, I want you, and I'm going to let you have me easily. I just don't want you.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly the logic. That's exactly why you should never chase a woman. Women don't run away from men. They want to be kept by. It doesn't happen. When she actually wants you, she's going to reciprocate energy and you are going to have access to her. That's how women operate. All that applied pressure and you got to pay their bills and fly them, I know, all that just cap. They don't really like you. That's all that means. The man that they really like does not have to do half of that type of shit. So the next time you interact with a woman, pay attention to certain signs. Is this like a tug and pull kind of situation? Do I gotta jump through hoops just for her to come and hang out with me? Does she barely text back? Does she hardly pick up my phone calls? And if you're experiencing any of those things, take a step back. And you keep taking steps back until she out your life entirely. Because you don't need to be around a woman like that. She don't really like you, bro. Spend more time figuring out who rock with you so you can rock with them. That is the most simple and effective way to find someone in your corner. Yeah, keep the change.
Be real with me.
An older woman with a younger guy is completely fine and cute, but an older guy with a younger girl is kind of gross.
Why?
Older men dating younger girls can be really creepy and it can get really weird really fast. He just wants to feel younger again and he wants to feel attractive again. But when older women do it, it's cute because it gives them that sense of freedom back, and women have this stigma of aging super poorly.
I had a YN. Oh, my granny, so I miss you, Dada. He was like 5 years younger than me. Like,
how old was you?
He was 17, 16, 17, 18, 19,
So
20,
22?
22. Yeah. I'm 26, so that was
Allegedly.
17. He was 17, about to turn 18.
You know, dudes might take it as a status card. Like, I'm 16, I'm 17, and she 25, she 26. My name Dada, and I'm blowing her back out.
I know. I know.
You taking it as a flex, but you really... You don't know that that's not something you should be doing. You shouldn't be with an older woman, and that older woman should know better than to be with that younger boy. Imagine if a 26-year-old man told you he was messing with a 16-year-old girl. How would we?
That's crazy.
I'm a woman. So what did you say?
I said women don't like dudes who got their own,
who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So my question was, do you with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked
I'm
is
listening.
because if you with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this,
I respect that,
this
baby. So
nasty ass shit.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoes, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. Their interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much these on, so we don't know the difference.
Would a 50-50 man for you disqualify?
Absolutely.
Disqualify? What if he? Okay.
Like I haven't met him. I wouldn't even have met that man. A man that wants to be like half and half had never met me. I didn't meet him. He wasn't even in my room. I never met a man like that. Literally. I never met the man. Seriously, like, there's no way you looked at me and was like, yeah, we going to, like, I never met him.
Okay.
I'm not running across him.
No disrespect to this man. But I ain't never seen this man before. Walk on by.
SD, what's up?
The facts of the matter are that the vast majority of people here, especially black people, would be smart to go 50-50 with each other. Because half the men and over half the women make $50,000 or less. You know what I'm saying? And for black people, us, when you look at where we sit as far as household income, we are at last because most of us are by ourselves. Right? And with over half of the men and half of the women making just $50,000, it makes our household income the lowest. Whereas other people also don't have all of this money, but what they are doing is they are getting together and saying, okay, you can only do half. I can only do half. Let's put that 50 together. Now it's $100,000 home. Now I don't have to pay $2,000 rent on my own. Now I can pay just $1,000 and we can save more money together.
I do think it is the case that oftentimes women lose attraction for their partner when the man is vulnerable.
I think it depends on the level. That's for immature women.
I think even a very emotionally intelligent woman might run into something that just innately, regardless of your level of intelligence or IQ or EQ, you're going to witness a level of vulnerability in your partner that will give you...
If you're not able to manage it.
The ick.
If you're not
now,
able
let
to
me
manage
give you an example here. Has anybody here been dating a guy and he got beat up?
Oh my God, I would have to.
Have to what? Say it. Just even picturing it in your head, it sounds like you're gonna say you break up with the guy.
What was his idiot self doing that got him beat up? Like, don't start a fight.
Maybe he didn't start it. I do think that some women will look at their boyfriend in this vulnerable state.
Yeah, but that's a them problem. That not a problem that makes it so that men should act any certain way.
I've gone through a lot of difficult things in my life. Even a girl I've been with for a long period of time, it's never occurred to me to sit down, to be like, here's all the bad things that have happened to me.
But if I care about you as a person, I would want to know how your day is going, what's keeping you up at night.
So I could have the most terrible day ever, and if my girlfriend asks me about it, I'd just be like, it was good.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you single?
Let's all apologize.
Yeah, that's why you're single.
Sorry.
And when you talk about 50-50, the woman was saying, I wouldn't have even been in the same room with the guy. So I wouldn't know anything about that. No, yeah, you would have. 50-50 is essentially a partnership. Y'all are asking men to, take care of you and do all of the. I want a man that takes care of me and he spoils me, and I don't go in the same room with men that want to go 50-50 and this and that. I don't think that y'all really realize who y'all are running across. I don't think y'all really understand the world that you live in. I think y'all think because y'all are floating above certain consequences or certain ways of living that I don't even have to worry about that because it doesn't really happen to me. It's not something that I would be bothered by. And that's why we talk about the wall, because at some point in time, you will be bothered by that. All of the games and all of that stuff, you will be bothered by. You will at some point in time have to come off of your high horse. All of that pride and ego and all that stuff that you have going on, it will stop.
It's not the IG models, it's not the bottle girls. The biggest goers outside are the young single mothers.
I always on the first date. I don't give.
It doesn't matter.
No, I like to get pounded down. I like to ride it.
What's your nickname, Nessa?
That's my daughter's name.
How old is your daughter?
She's finna be 3.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
And I didn't even clock this until recently when I did an interview. I was asking this girl what's her dream.
I want to become a police officer to be able to provide for my daughter.
How's your daughter?
She's 5 months now.
Is the father in the life?
No, we're not together.
How old are y'all?
I'm 19.
And I remember going back to the homies and I was like,
She got decent energy, I can't lie.
don't get me wrong though, of course I had my suspicions.
You know, the Johns of the kids be the freakiest ones.
Then later, I went to her IG.
It's the wildest story ever. She's on it. We are together, just spring break pics. Just spring break pics? Our old accusation. Not yet, hold on. Boom. Baby.
Why would
he do that?
I think it's because they were abandoned. So now they're chasing that attention to heal that wound. Maybe if somebody wants me, he was wrong for leaving. Maybe if I can still turn heads, I still matter.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Hey. What's up?
And I get it too because motherhood like that is probably extremely lonely. The party life becomes an escape. For a moment, they're not broke, they're not stressed, they are desired. And they're young, so social media don't help. They probably see all their friends doing the same, so it seems normal. I don't even think like these are bad mothers or bad people. It's just sad because I wish there was more outlets for women to go and feel valued without male attention. Because you can't live in the streets and expect your daughter to never leave the porch.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar?
And why should we do that? Can someone not afford their own drinks?
Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking? Or sent a drink over?
Well, now here's a thought. Maybe, just maybe, the gentleman was just simply enjoying the initial conversation that he was having with a woman that he just met and was just caught up in the moment of getting to know someone better, that it hadn't occurred to them that someone was already viewing this potential relationship in a way that could be transactional, so that someone could get something out of it.
Like, it's common sense.
Oh? Well, I would certainly like to share with someone what else should be considered to be common sense. And that would be not having an attitude that reeks of entitlement. Because in most situations, that is considered to be not only unattractive, but also rather rude. But then again, common sense really isn't common.
I've never encountered a guy, or at least entertained someone, who has sat there and asked me, what do you bring to the table? No masculine man asked that question.
Why would that be a hit to masculinity?
It would be a hit to masculinity.
Why?
because you know that a woman is there to compliment you, and she's an asset to you.
Doesn't sound like you're an asset. Sounds like you just cost $10,000 a month.
But
when you were asking what you bring to the table, you're like, well, I'm a good human being. That's what you're saying. It's like, okay, but he's a good human being and he's spending $10,000 a month. So when you're asking, what do you bring to the table? Since it's strictly a materialist worldview that you have, there's only a material mindset here. The material mindset is, well, it's expected that I provide a material dinner and I clean the house, and these are all material things. The expectation from him is that he provides material with way harder, right? $5,000, $10,000 in order to complement things that you desire, right? So they ask really, they're asking, what do you bring to the table? Saying, what do you complement that he desires?
Unfortunately, most men just kind of want a trophy, and I think that's the most material thing ever.
That's it.
Okay, so I work in a kitchen filled with men, right?
Sure.
And I'm the only female chef in there.
Yeah.
So I get to observe how men communicate.
Oh, that's okay. Now we unpacking.
It's interesting. And what I noticed about your build is that you have the capacity to work and suffer at the same time.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
Women don't.
Okay, so when you say work and suffer, elaborate. What does that mean?
You could be physically or emotionally or mentally defeated,
Drained.
but you're still
Tired,
going to
yes.
go to work, and you can still, like, you have the physical capacity to execute whatever it is that you need to do.
That's in
because-
relationships too. Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
That's in relationships. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
not just work. It's not it's not just occupation.
I agree.
Men suffer in silence often.
Yeah.
Because our existence is based on what we can provide to you all.
Who do you think is more complicated, men or women?
Women.
It's about time. Finally, y'all admit it.
Because we're smart.
You're
You
smart.
guys aren't smart enough to be complicated.
Wouldn't the smart thing to not be complicated?
If you're stupid, you're super simple, no?
Isn't simple usually better?
No.
How, Sway?
You don't like complexity?
What?
No, you don't like complexity, you
If
like
something-
simplicity.
If things are too complicated, then it's like you're just making your life harder. Why not make things simple? Life's already hard.
Do you hate women?
No, wait, whoa. No. What makes you think that?
Well, you like simplicity more, no? Are you?
But I know I'm not, because I'm the most nice nigga of all the nice niggas in the whole universe.
Women are physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically
And-
inferior.
Inferior, yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah. Are you aware of the fact that, like, probably a 12-year-old boy can probably beat you up very
Actually,
easily?
I'm an educational psychology major, so they can't because they don't hit puberty until 14. And
Even
they're
if they did,
natural-
okay. Let's assume without puberty, he would still probably beat you up still.
Actually,
Like-
he wouldn't because I have a brother and I'd beat his.
Anyway, I'm amazed that I have to explain this to a college student, but men are physically superior to women in almost
I'm
every
amazed
way.
that I gotta talk to
in
this
general.
grown ass man with dumb things.
The reason that men mistake your kindness and politeness as flirting is because they themselves would never be kind or polite to someone they weren't attracted to.
No. Many men will mistake your kindness for flirting because many men rarely ever receive any kind of kindness unless either somebody wants something from them or they're flirting. Also, there are lots of men who are kind to people that they're not interested in. So, I don't know where you get that from.
And as a divorce lawyer, I can tell you that women are not divorcing men because they're bored or ungrateful. They're divorcing because they're tired of doing everything.
Tired of doing everything? That's the story women tell themselves. I've handled over 2,000 divorce cases. I've heard this exact narrative hundreds of times. Women don't file because they're doing everything. They file because they've been building a case in their head for years. She told her friends, told her therapist, told everyone except the one person who needed to hear it, him. By the time she files, she's already the victim in a story he didn't even know was being written.
But fellas, it's okay not to go back and forth with a bitch, because you a man, you said what you said, and men lead with authority. Don't argue with that.
This is some toxic stuff I'm about to say, but it's a lot easier to pull this when you don't give her any commitment, because then she'll get right because she's hoping for that commitment. But once you locked in with a woman, she gonna test you all the time. She's gonna test you, and if you don't go back and forth with her, a lot of women will feel like you don't care, and that'll be their way to end the relationship. And a lot of people will say, well, who cares, you know, she toxic anyway. But it's just like, man, I think we see like breaking up as an actual failure. Women, they get the support, they get if they break up with somebody, everybody around them will blame it on the dude, and she'll have ammunition. You know, I know you probably won't care, but she'll have every time things would get rough, he would just shut down. That's what they'll say. He just shut down, and he didn't want to talk about it, and he would just try to control me. That's also what they'll say. You're controlling. So as a man, you really just can't win unless you just play the field, unless you like. But once you get locked in, there's so many different tactics to just end a relationship. It's terrible, man.
And I really like what the brother was saying. And he was talking about he's basically on the beach, and he was saying, hey, to one of the younger couple of the younger ladies, what do you want to do with your life? Well, I want to be a police officer. And you know, he went back to his homeboys, and he said, yeah, man, we talked to the ladies and it seemed like they got a decent decent head on their shoulders, got decent energy, right? So you're seeing that these modern women, you talk to them, they're really nice people. But the problem arises when you go to their IG and you see them, like they said, shaking their behind. It's like, I really don't, decent energy and all, I don't really know if I can get down with that. And that's what most men will say. And, you know, he was kind of talking about it. He was kind of thinking about it. Yeah, man, I really wish there was a way that women could go somewhere and, you know, really feel like, hey, I don't have to shake my behind in order to get male's attention, or I can get positive attention from men without having to put myself out there. Well, there's plenty of places you can do that. Plenty of places. But modern women have been preached to. They've been indoctrinated to think, I got to take all my clothes off. I got to shake my behind. I got to drink a little something, get a little loose, and back it up on somebody that I don't even know. I don't even feel comfortable with this person, but I'm going to do it because everybody says to do it. Stop doing that.